So the thing about Bobby is that Bobby can be a dick. No. He can be the dick. He can be the asshole of every and any room given. He'll tell you tales that are so unbelievable, and you kind of have no choice but to kind of go, yeah, sure, I believe that you were a ninja or NPC or anything like that. Not because necessarily because he's big and tough, but because you actually don't know what he's gonna do. If you kind of say no, you might be beaten. You might have your shit stolen. You might have your house burned down. Is he crazy? Kind of on the borderline, and this is coming from a guy who's on the borderline. He has less of a filter, but that's understandable. The way that he had it rough as a kid. My brother Bobby, I give him a lot of leeway. A lot of deals that he has forgotten about or passed over. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I'm just like, it's not worth fighting for. Bobby, honestly, is one of the reasons why I lock my room. Because I have seen Bobby go into rooms and be like, I want this. And then just leave with it. But through all that, he's still a good guy. And a brilliant mind. He has ideas that, like, would make Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Stephen Hawking go, I'm an idiot. He's a smart individual. He just lacks the actual motivation to make his visions into reality. Sometimes he starts. Sometimes he really does. He's like he begins the process, picks it up, and puts it down kind of 2 minutes later, kind of thing. Because of one obstacle or another that gets in the way. Bobby is an asshole. He is. No doubt about it. And I'm not sure if it's one of those natural things or does he strive to be so just to keep people at a distance. But he's still a good guy. Because since he's been back, I don't know. It could be just the fact that he's been gone and he doesn't quite hate me again quite yet, but we bond every now and again, We kind of look at each other and just kind of smile at each other and just kind of nod or laugh at some dumb stuff that we said. I have to keep an eye on Bobby. He's my brother, though. And I love him. I still lock my door because of him, but I still love him. I remember there was this one time we almost we almost went at it. We were at the Man Expo, I think. Either no, it wasn't the Man Expo. It might have been the Taste of Home Expo that Magnum was sponsoring or presenting or something. And it was towards the end, and people were wrapping up, and he was kind of mad that this is like the 15 million time that he's had to go over there and help with no compensation to make Dad look good, whatever his argument was that day. He just wasn't having it. He's like, well, I'm not doing jobs that other interns can do, because Dad would say something and the boys will overhear it and run with it for miles. And he just was like, I'm not doing it. And I, not even thinking, I was like, hey, Bobby, I need you to do something. He's like, no, I ain't, something we just argued about it. To the point where we were in each other's faces, like, do you want to go? I'm like, look, I'm willing to go wherever you want to go. The thing is that we need to go there. Because I know what anger does whenever I get there. The thing is that, and then this is the scary part, Bobby doesn't. And I'm not saying because he's stupid, I'm saying because he is able to hold himself back. He doesn't even know what will happen if he gets that angry. Because he knows that if he loses control, that's it. He loses control. I know what it's like when I lost control. I don't want it, so I do whatever I can to kind of prevent that from happening. He has had the benefit of, or the curse, well, the benefit or non-benefit, depending on how you see it, of not knowing that limit. And I don't want to be the one to teach him that. Because win or lose, everybody loses in that. I love my brother enough to back down a lot of times when he tries to square up with me. Dad always says, and he says this in jest because I know for a fact if it actually happened the opposite way around, it wouldn't work well for anybody. But he says, oh, all you need to do is beat them once. beat them once and they'll listen to you all the time. Like, that's not how wars are won. That's not how people are won. That's why the whole idea of glassing the Middle East is not even a good concept. And even though he says it like every time, not every time, but every now and again, half in jest and half in reality, like, this is what I really feel. War doesn't fix anything. If anything, it spawns more conflict and more hatred and more idea of vengeance and redemption. For me to get this way with Bobby, took a lot. Some deals being made, agreements, me being able... Sorry, just had dinner. Me being able just to talk to him and be like, look, this is the agreement I want to bring to you. Do you want to do it or not? Sometimes he's like, yeah. Sometimes he's like, nah. A lot of times he comes to me and like, hey, I got this idea. Do you want to finance it? I'm like, I know. I don't want to finance your idea because I worry that you're not going to follow through. But anything else you need, I'm going to do my best to be there for you because... And honestly, I think he was the first one to actually... I call, CJ, Tyler, Bobby, I call them brother. I think he was the first one to actually respond to that in kind by calling me that too. So even though, yes, he's an asshole. Even, yes, he's a jerk. He's that guy that you kind of want to run over with your car. He's still a good guy. He's still my brother. And like with all my brothers, if anybody ever steps up to him, I'll be right next to him or behind him going, hey, you help me out, I'm by your side. It's what brothers do. Chosen blood, whatever. Right? So that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Learning how to speak again. That's my opinion of my brother Bobby. Sometimes he's a jackass. But that jackass is my brother. And that's what I got to say.